Hi, Kristen Graves here from Remax Properties. So this week we're going to talk about what it means when a property is being sold as is, and what the implications are for both buyers and for sellers. Now, sellers will sometimes go this route if perhaps the property's in bad shape. Maybe they're an executor and they just kind of want to offload the property and they don't have any history with regard to the house. They just want to take no responsibility for it, but that does not absolve them from disclosing any known defects about the house. So let's talk about the implications for the buyers. Obviously, inspection is going to be key. You want to be thorough and stick to the things that are very, very important. But definitely, take advantage of your due diligence period. Second thing is that please know that there's limited recourse if you were to find something out after you've taken possession, after closing. Perhaps there was something that no one knew about. There's no recourse because you bought it as is. So that's something to consider. There are some risks involved. And number three is negotiating and pricing plays into it. Usually when something is being offered as is, the seller hopefully will have priced it to account for whatever repairs are needed for the home. So those are things to keep in mind. Now for sellers, like I said, you can't not disclose any defects that you know about. So you have to make sure that any defects are disclosed to the buyers. You have no obligation to make repairs as long as you disclose what you know. And even if something does come up, you do have the option to address it. But if something comes up and you're not willing to address it and the buyer backs out, keep in mind that you do have to disclose that for the next buyer. So it's better probably to address that at that stage. And number three, keep in mind that by selling a property as is is like a big announcement to investors out there that they might be able to get a deal, that they're not afraid of making repairs, but they will be looking to give you the least amount of money for your property because they do need to work in any repairs that need to be done to get it back to its true value. So these are things to think about for as is, but throughout the whole process, there's lots of room for negotiating. For instance, if an underground storage tank is found during inspection, likely the seller will be responsible for getting that out of the ground. Not always, but usually. So things to consider when you are interested in a house that is being marketed as is.